Hey there, Chevy and GMC owners, it's your honest mechanic, Brian. Today, we're tackling a topic that's been lighting up dashboards and causing headaches for drivers everywhere. The dreaded service battery charging system message. Now, if you're like most folks, seeing that warning pop up can send you into a bit of a panic. But fear not, I'm here to break down the most common causes behind this pesky problem and arm you with the knowledge you need to get your vehicle back on track. Let's get started. First on our list of culprits is a bad battery. Now I know what you might be thinking. But Brian, isn't the battery the victim here? Well, yes and no. You see, your battery is like the heart of your car's electrical system. And it can wear out over time. If your battery's on its last legs, it might not be holding a charge like it used to, triggering that service battery charging system alert. So how can you tell if your battery's the problem? One clue is age. If your battery's pushing past the 3 to 5 year mark, it might be time for a replacement. But even younger batteries can go rogue, so it's always a good idea to get yours tested if you suspect it's the issue. Most auto parts stores offer free battery testing, so don't be shy about taking advantage of that service. Moving on to our second suspect, loose or corroded terminals. Now this one might seem like a minor issue, but trust me, it can cause major problems. Over time, the connections between your battery and the cables can become caked with corrosion or work themselves loose. When that happens, the current can't flow freely, and your car's brain, the ECU, starts throwing up red flags like the service battery charging system message. The good news is that this problem is usually an easy fix. If you pop the hood and spot any crud on your battery terminals, grab a wire brush and some cleaning solution and go to town. Make sure those connections are squeaky clean and nice and tight, and you might just chase away that pesky warning message. But what if you've got a sparkly clean battery and rock-solid connections and the warning still won't quit? That's when it's time to look at our third potential culprit, a faulty alternator. You see, your alternator is like a tiny power plant under the hood, constantly churning out electricity to keep your battery charged, and your car's electrical system's humming. If it's not pulling its weight, your battery can start to drain. And that's when the ECU steps in with the service battery charging system alert. Some telltale signs of a failing alternator include dimming headlights or interior lights, especially when you're idling or driving at low speeds. You might also notice a strange whining or growling noise coming from under the hood. If you suspect your alternator's the problem, don't hesitate to get it checked out by a professional. Less common, but still worth mentioning, is a bad voltage regulator. This little gizmo is like a traffic cop for your alternator, making sure the right amount of power is flowing to your battery and electrical system. If it's not doing its job, your battery might not be getting the juice it needs, triggering the service battery charging system warning. Diagnosing a faulty voltage regulator can be a bit tricky, so it's best to leave this one to the experts. Your mechanic can run some tests to determine if the voltage regulator is the root of the problem and replace it if necessary. Last but not least, in very rare cases, a glitch in the ECM software can cause false alarms, including the service battery charging system message. If you've ruled out all the other usual suspects and the warning just won't quit, it might be worth having your mechanic check for any outstanding software updates or ECM issues. So there you have it, folks. The top 5 causes of the service battery charging system message in your Chevy or GMC vehicle. Whether it's a bad battery, loose or corroded terminals, a faulty alternator, a misbehaving voltage regulator, or even a rare ECM hiccup. The key is to tackle the problem head-on before it leads to bigger headaches down the road. If you found this information helpful, do me a solid and hit that like button and subscribe to the Honest Mechanic channel.